Hey, welcome everybody. This is Marcus, and I'm happy to announce we're live again. This is direct from Palestine. We have a special guest today. Her name is Farah Srour. She is an educator in Gaza, and I got connected with her just the other week and really excited to have her on the show. Let's see if I can get her on right now. Before we begin the interview, we are going to make sure that her followers know that this is going on as well, so that way everyone's able to join. It's pretty early in the morning in the Pacific Northwest, so I don't expect many people to join in the Pacific Northwest, but hopefully we'll get some around the world, especially in Palestine, to join. I see that right now. Hi, Farah. Can you hear me just fine?
Hello,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for coming on. It's nice to finally video chat with you. It was a pleasure to meet you this week.
Thank you. I'm honored to be with you in this live.
Yeah, likewise. Um, so if you want right now, so your followers know that you're live, to let them know, there's like a little arrow at the bottom right there, and then yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like you can select all. You're just gonna have to select who you want to have come in here. That hopefully
Yeah,
people will
okay.
just be able to join. And then give me 1 second,
Yes.
and then when you have your screen back up, we'll just launch into this real quick. Let me just pause this real quick. Give me one. Okay. Okay. You ready to begin, Father? Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hey, I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right,
Did
cool.
you see me?
Yeah, I can
Did you
see
see
you
me?
just fine. Yeah, I see you. I see you. You look great. So,
That's fine.
all right, let's jump right in. So, everybody, welcome. This is Direct from Palestine, episode 6. We have the pleasure to hear from an educator within Gaza. Her name is Farah Srour. So, Farah, why don't you introduce yourself to the audience? Uh-oh. We have minor connection issues, as expected in the Gaza Strip. And we had already talked about this before, that if we were going to have connection issues like this, that we would pre-record. I'm hoping we get the opportunity to do a live. I might, because Meta is pretty notorious for the lives not launching perfectly the first time. So I might end this one and then begin another one, so that way we could start fresh.
Hello.
Hey, are
Sorry.
you okay?
I'm so sorry.
No, you're okay. You're fine. I just wanted to make sure
Can
you
you
had
hear
a
me?
connection.
Yeah.
Hmm?
You asked me about introduce myself.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Okay. I'm Farah Srour, at 21 years old from Khan Yunis. an English language student with a deep passion for education and love for knowledge and learn. When the situation in Gaza began to collapse and education deteriorated, I decided to help my people and the children by combating illiteracy. I took the initiative to open an educational class for children and started teaching in the place where I live. Every child who heard about the class wanted to join. I used interactive activities and fun games as a way to take them out of the harsh reality we are living in.
Yeah.
To make to just a moment for them.
The fact that you're providing even that moment of like play and education through the
Yes,
amount of trauma and adversity you're all overcoming is like you are definitely a light in their darkness to bring them that hope.
yeah, and this is what I try to do at this time.
It's a, that's exactly why I wanted to speak with you, Farah, because I wanted to become an educator just like yourself when I was younger. My plan was to become a high school history teacher, and then plans changed. But I'm an educator still in a way, but I teach financial services to banking professionals. Um,
That's
but the fact that you took the time to educate these children in their darkest moments is what made me want to interview you. So, I mean, thank you again for doing that. I'm ultimately, I'm sorry that you're even in this situation in the first place because this is all happening just sheer racism. It's racism that's happening, and that's what's killing your people. Zionism is evil, and it's something we need to dismantle as a world. Well, we can talk about that another time. Let's jump in and talk about yourself. I want to know, before all of this began, what was one of your favorite hobbies to do?
before the 17th of October 2023, my life was centered about learning. I was a university student and studying English language that filled me with so many pride and joy. I was passionate about every part of it, like understanding grammar, expanding my vocabulary, reading literature, and even practicing pronunciation.
Hmm.
I think that learning English will be my voice, my identity, and my bridge to the outside world. But aside from education, I also enjoyed the peaceful, grounding activities. One of my favorite things was walking along seashore in Gaza. The beach offered me moments of stillness where I could breathe deeply, reflect on life, and feel free from the heaviness that surrounds us. I loved sitting by the water, watching the waves, especially during the sunset. Yeah, it was my way of escaping, dreaming, and reconnecting to myself again. These moments are deeply missed now. I often think about them when everything around me feels chaotic and uncertain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The beach, yeah, that's definitely an amazing place. I mean, the beaches I see in Gaza look incredible, and just like here on the west coast of the United States, you could see the sunset from over there. So, I mean, I know that feeling and feeling grounded and everything. I hope
Yes,
soon that you'll get to enjoy that again. Were
I
you
hope so.
in any, yeah, let's see, were you in any community groups or anything prior to the genocide?
Yeah, even before the war, I had a deep desire to serve and connect with my community. I was not part of any official or international communities or organizations, but I participated in informal groups like of students and youth who gathered to share knowledge and support one another. We created small educational spaces, sometimes reading circles, English language meetups, or creative writing exchanges. We would help each other with the university work, tutor younger students, and create spaces for learning, even outside the classroom. These gatherings mean so much to me. They help me build confidence, make meaningful friendships, and feel useful. In Gaza, even the simplest group activity can be transformative because we face so many barriers. Despite everything, we tried to make our lives meaningful, and education was always at the heart of that.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe, education's always the top priority for you, which is awesome. Um, and I hope that you find more people in your community. Actually, that's a good question, actually. Are there people within your community that help you with these educational efforts while you're connecting with these young people within Gaza?
Yes, there's at the beginning. At the beginning, I cannot alone. There's too many students come to challenge classes, and I cannot work alone. There's about 300 students,
Wow.
and yeah, so I needed another teachers who helped me. Firstly, my family was helped me a lot. My sisters, brothers, and mom, all of them helped me in teaching. I I teach them English, and the others family teach them Arabic, some mathematic ways, and so on.
Very cool. And then, so with your family and yourself, like, are you originally from Han Yunis or were you displaced there?
Yeah, I'm from Khan Yunis, born and raised. My
Nice, very
roots
cool.
run Gaza, yeah, and my family, oh yes, from Gaza.
Nice. So your mom, dad, all from Han Yunis?
Yes,
I'm glad to hear that you're still from your original region, though. And then I didn't have this on one of the questions I sent over, but if you don't mind me asking, because this has all changed within the last like 48 hours. We heard about Bibi Netanyahu saying he wants to annex Gaza City, which means they're going to be evacuating a lot of people from that region. We're talking like 1 million people, and they're going to be heading south towards your area, like Han Yunis. They're going to be heading towards Rafah. Hopefully not towards Rafah, but I mean, it seems like that's what the IOF is trying to do, is trying to
yeah,
push people to your area. How do you feel about them displacing millions
yeah.
to be your
This
area?
place is the most harsh thing we have ever met. It's so bad. Yeah, and I hope we cannot displace more. Enough. There's no
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing my best, as you can see, through my solidarity walks and everything out here to try to raise awareness. It's super discouraging when I do these walks and I don't get any reactions in a positive light, or any reactions at all, because it just goes to show that people here specifically in the United States are way too comfortable with their lives, and I don't know how, because I mean, I just met you the other week, but I think of all my friends in Gaza too, besides yourself, that it keeps me up at night, knowing that you're being starved, knowing that any moment something can happen to you, and it's just because you're Palestinian. Just because you're Palestinian, it's it's racism, like I explained at the beginning of this interview, and it drives me nuts. Um,
Yeah.
Sorry, I got a little off topic there, but
Appreciate your feelings towards us and your words. This means a lot for me. To see people that support us and feel of us, this means a lot for us.
yeah, I mean, I wish people would feel the same way as I do, because to get off topic just for a moment here to kind of shed some light on my reality when trying to support your community. Um, I have friends that I've known for like over 20 years. I would consider them my best friends. They're very good people, but at the same time, none of them speak on your behalf. And when I speak up on your behalf, all of them are try to shut me down essentially. And that's, to me, that's what I mean by like people out here are way too comfortable with their lives, knowing what's happening to you and knowing that we're funding it. Because as US taxpayers, we provide weaponry to the IOF, which is killing your community. And
Yeah.
as U.S. taxpayers, and we have the rights here in the United States to protest what we don't agree with, what our government's doing, why aren't more doing it? And this is where we're at now. And this is why I started Direct from Palestine, Farah, because I want to connect with people in your community so your stories can be heard. Because you're a human being as well. You deserve to thrive and to. I mean, the beginning of your youth has been stolen thus far, but we are not going to allow that to continue. Through advocacy, through protesting, through whatever means possible, we will stop this siege, and we are going to make sure that you're free.
I hope this comes soon, because really there is no energy to for anything bad coming. Yeah.
Well, it terrifies me of what is possible to come for you. Um, so to jump back into the interview, I'm sorry. So for like right now, when you're teaching students in Gaza, you're doing it through acts of play and everything, which I think is great because it keeps young people engaged. Do you also work with older students, or is it specifically just the children?
Yes, yes. I worked both, like to the kids and to the other students, and every one of them has own experience and it's their own moments. I love teaching all of them, and I miss them a lot.
Yeah. I'm glad that they get to connect with those kids and give them that hope to just get them distracted from what's going on around them. And then
Yeah.
I'm sorry because I had my notes written down here, but then I realized I'm going to be using my I mean, you have 300 students. That's incredible. That's like a whole small school, and then you're splitting those responsibilities with other teachers. How many other teachers do you have working with you to educate these youth?
Yes, around seven teachers,
Wow.
and this thing it took for over a year and 4 months. I dedicated myself firstly to teaching children in Gaza, especially those who had been displaced and were unable to attend the formal school. I did not want for any did not wait for any institution or any official program. I just started. Whenever I found a safe corner or a small group of children, I gathered them and taught them using simple tools, notebooks, pencils, and my voice and a deep love for learning. Just. I taught reading, writing, English basics, and also gave the children space to draw and express their emotions. Many of them were traumatized, and I realized that education was not just academic, it was a form of emotional care.
Yeah.
A reminder that life still had structure and meaning. What drove me was the look in their eyes. I saw myself in them. A girl who wanted to learn and needed someone to believe in her and her ability to support her. I became that someone for them. And in the progress, I found my own strength. But after the most recent displacement, things became much harder. I no longer have access to a safe space or materials. The situation does not allow me for me to teach in these conditions. It's hard to feel this passion and not be able to act on it fully. I want so badly to return to teaching, but I need support. I need someone to help me create even the smallest classroom again. It's so hard now.
Yeah. So, you saying you have no safe place to educate, is that just because the place where you were originally having all these students is just unsafe because it's surrounded by IOF, or what's
Yes,
the reason? Is because of the IOF is the reason? Oh no, I think we're losing you. No, you good?
yeah, I know
Uh,
the reason that this is the only reason. because
Mm.
they bombed our classroom.
Oh,
Everything we had. Yeah, I shared this on my Instagram page also, that they destroyed everything.
I
The
didn't see that.
boards, the tables, everything I had and made this with my students, they completely destroyed it.
I'm not shocked because that's just what Zionists do. But I'm really I'm sorry I didn't see that on your page before. That's my fault for missing that. But
Yeah,
when did this happen? Was this recently?
yeah, it was 2 weeks ago after our last displacement.
Jesus Christ. Um, and I'm gonna guess, I'm gonna assume that the IOF's excuse was like, oh, because Hamas was there, because that's their excuse for everything. Um, I'm really upset for you especially, but especially your community for that being stolen. Yet again, it's just more disgusting racist tactics to dismantle your community. Um,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So let's talk about that. So since the classroom was destroyed and you have no safe place to educate these children, in the time being, are you just teaching them like in small spaces outside, or like what's the plan? Or are you just or teaching is just at a pause at the moment?
Yes. Now everything has changed due to the displacement, limited space, and the danger surrounding us. I am only able to teach one or just two of the children at a time. Before, I can teach around 300 students and more in acute in a routine and so on. But now it's just one or two students, and also with the not regular schedule.
Yeah, it's just kind of
Some
random.
days all. Other days I manage a short session. I really miss my old groups. I miss the energy of a full room of I just need the chance.
I wanted to give you that chance. Of, I hope that everyone's watching will, share your story and also share your donation link so that way you're able to continue your work. So in the time
And
being, with this now being kind of education's not at a pause, you're continuing, and it's more just like tutoring right now. What's your daily routine look like?
my days are shaped by survival. I woke
Yeah.
up every day in a crowded shelter, usually to the noise of the drones or the cries of families nearby, the children. Mornings are spent helping with whatever basic tasks we can manage, fetching water, assisting my family, trying to find food, and so on. The day is relatively calm, and I feel it's safe enough. I teach my younger sister, which is called Noor. I might spend 30 minutes or an hour teaching letters, words, or just listening to her stories. She had a lot and many of stories. It's never consistent, but it matters. And also, I'm about to take my bachelor degree, so I study and finish my assignments to graduate in September, inshallah.
Nice.
In the in the evenings we prepare for the night, which often means facing fear and uncertainty. I spend time waiting, writing if I can, or simply sitting in silence, reflecting. There is no luxury of rest, but still there is a thing.
That's you brought up your sister Nor. I did see some videos of you and her, and then also all your students and stuff. I really like the way you engage with your students, so where like you do games where I saw the one where you're like blindfolding them and they're having to figure out like who's who by like either touching their shoulders or something or just hearing their voice. Like I
I
think games
try
like that are cool.
their, their teacher.
Mm.
That's my effort with them, to be their friends, not their teachers. Because they, as I told you, they are traumatized and very bad psychology they was. they were. So I try to get them out of the harsh reality they are living in and becoming as them, playing, singing together, and so on.
It's great, and thank goodness that they have you to keep them on track with that because not as many children in Gaza are as fortunate as the people that you have around because you're like I said like you're the first educator that I've connected with in Gaza. I hope there's more people like you out there sprinkled about, but the fact that you're making all this happen in the middle of a genocide is nothing short of amazing. You
Yeah,
you are making things happen. Like this is one of the reasons why I started Direct from Palestine is to find people in that community that are making things happen and that are doing stuff to improve everything that they possibly can, even in your moment of adversity here and just I mean, I don't even want to say adversity, like, 'cause you're going through a Holocaust right now. You're what's happening right now in your region is the worst atrocity in modern time. There's no other way to put it because yes, the Holocaust of World War II was awful as well, and millions of people died, but that wasn't broadcasted live for the world to see. And we see this happen every single day through our phone screens. And
yeah,
I remember,
scenes is, yeah,
no, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, the scenes a lot here in Palestine, and the most painful part that the Arabs see and the other world see and do not just they see and do not make anything. As Palestinians, we have always felt a part of a larger Arab family. We believe that in our moments of greatest need, our neighboring countries would rise to support us.
You would hope.
Yeah, but instead we have witnessed silence, closed borders, and political hesitations while our people are killed, starved, and erased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you, like, for you personally, how does it make you feel knowing that the Arab nations are watching this and watching it
It's
unfold
the
and
most,
they're too cowardly to
it's
speak
the
up?
most, yeah, it's the most painful part. It's harsh me a lot. It's so bad. The lack of tangible, consistent support from many Arab governments feels like abandonment. It hurts because we know they have the power to do more, to open borders, pressure international actors, and
Hmm.
stand up for justice. They can do this. Why the silence? That said, I do not blame the Arab people. Many individuals and communities have protested, spoken out, and shown solidarity. I'm grateful for their voices, but need more than words.
Yeah, we need action.
We Yeah, we need action. Yes, that's why. Yeah, we need action. We are being destroyed, and the world is watching without any. That's a want.
Yeah. And I appreciate you being transparent about your feelings. It deeply upsets me that the Arab nations' complicity to all this because they talk a big game about, like if Israel fucked around, they're going to find out. Well, they haven't found out yet. Hopefully that time to find out is coming real soon. I feel like, me personally, I truly believe that we will see a free Palestine in our lifetime, and I hope it's happening within the next year because I
I
don't
hope this.
imagine, yeah, I don't imagine, and it sounds cruel to say this to you, Farah, and I'm sorry, but I don't imagine your community living another year if this continues. So the fact that there's still people silent and it's been almost 2 years now is disturbing. And I will do everything in my power here in the United States to raise awareness and to continue advocacy for your community. Today, we have a rally here in Portland, Oregon, that is going to make a lot of noise and a lot of attention for your community. And it looks like he might be frozen, so I might pause for a second here. You're back. You good? Where did I freeze there for a second for you?
Yeah, it was the
No problem.
internet.
You're okay. I
Yeah.
understand. I expect this when I connect with people in your community, so it's totally fine.
Thank you
But
for
what I
your
was, of course, of course.
uh,
No, you don't need to thank me for anything. Thank you for your time and for your moment. Um,
for sure. Yeah, we talk
well,
about the Arab, and I would have been a number just the last day. You see my story maybe that we lay sleeping beneath the roof of a tent. I have long grown weary of, still weary of this day, deprived of the sense of safety and peace. Did you see this?
no, I
The
have
three
not.
gun. Yeah, there's a three gun around and in my tent.
Three guns?
Yeah. Yes.
They just are these those guns I've been seeing online that are on like the cranes?
Yeah. There's three gunshots are tore through the air above our heads as we slept in the night,
Oh my
piercing
God.
the yeah and false shelter of nylon that we called it home. We tried to call them home, but it's not home at all. And also, there's a gunshot came to him. Have our lives become nothing more than a lottery draw, only to be lost, to end with such scary bullets? I'm really speak without a drama, but one of
Hmm.
those bullets I found in the morning, lying beside my bed, beside my pillow. Can you imagine this?
Inches
Perhaps it
away.
wanted to tell. Yeah, it's wanted to tell me that I'm sorry for the terror I caused you. I'm out of speaking yesterday. Completely out of speaking. I cannot. It's really terrifying. And I wished I could tell it. Why did not you finish the job? Perhaps then I might have found rest in another place. And without grief, without despair, without fear, and without many and many more and more.
That's is that if you don't mind me asking, is that where a lot of people are at in Gaza right now, where it's just kind of like, hey, like death might be a freedom? I was afraid you were going to
I
say that because I have another friend in Gaza that I speak with. I'm not going to say his name on here, but he's somebody that I'll eventually hopefully interview, but I don't know. So I connected with him just to see, how he's doing because it's been a while, and it's pretty similar sentiment where he's just like, I've lost a lot of weight. I'm so skinny now to where my chest bones are starting to protrude, and I, out of desperation, I reached out to somebody I know who has a humanitarian group out there in Gaza called the Vulnerable People Project, and I was trying to get some food to Darabala, and he refused it because he would prefer a parcel. And I've video chatted with this guy, but he's just like, I don't trust food essentially from the outside, like, and understandably because of all the poison food that you were dealing with when you would get even the opportunity to have again, that's just racism right there from Zionism trying to kill you all slowly but surely. Um,
yeah.
I mean, that's that. I'm I'm really the people. I guess that just gives you the sheer reality of the situation in Gaza, to where a bullet is going to be a relieving situation, opposed to continuing with the suffering.
Yes.
Um,
Every day survival here. It's so hard. Really, it's so hard.
yeah, and Han Yunis
You can lose,
especially.
yes, you can lose your life even in any moment. When I call you now, I lose your life. You can imagine this? There's no safe space here. At all, no safe space. They
No,
called us and us that go to Mawasi. It is a safe space. And it is okay. We went to Mawasi. Then I displaced from area to another because it's not safe. And even the place I am now, it's not safe at all.
yeah, like
Every
right
day
now.
around us, there is missiles comes to our shelters around and nearby. Everything there's martyrs.
There's and the IOF are dropping missiles on your tents and stuff too. I've seen like there was a video the other day I saw of the missiles that land on the tents, and you see the charred bodies of these children. Like
Yeah,
like I really want Bibi Netanyahu or anyone from the occupation to explain how that is even possible that Hamas will be in in a tent. I mean, granted, like yeah, like the people in Hamas, I'm sure do sleep in tents, but they're not going to be sleeping amongst the public. Like, it's just sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
there is no explanation at all. They
No,
just
thank you.
said, yeah, they just said, and they cannot explain this. They do not know what they are telling or what are speaking about.
Because there's nothing for them to hide. It's straight up, it's ethnic cleansing, it's genocide, it's racism, and I'm tired of the world making excuses. To go off topic just for a quick moment, I just want to let you know that here in the United States, a lot of our elected officials who say they're for the United States are actually taking money from APAC, which is a lobbyist organization that tries to get um, U.S. officials to lobby for the occupation. One of the most famous Democrats, Cory Booker, has accepted over $8 million from this lobby, and he yapped for 25 hours about what's right and wrong to this entire nation, and he broke a filibuster record, and everyone was so proud of him for speaking for 25 hours. Well, you know what? Fuck Cory Booker. Because all he did was talk for 25 hours, and it was circles and empty sentences, because immediately after that conversation, he sent weapons to the occupation to continue to kill more of your community. And so me, as a U.S. citizen, I really am taking it upon myself this year to speak up highly against these elected officials, get them out of office, and get people who are actually going to give a shit about what's going on out there in your community, because I'm fucking tired of making excuses. I'm tired of people making excuses too, because there's
There's
no
no
other way
excuse.
that, yeah, exactly. There's no excuse for what is going on in your community. And more people, I hope whoever watches this will share it with people, because we need to be angry, folks. I'm tired.
Yes,
I'm tired of having to explain to people that there's literally a genocide happening, and it's being funded by us as US taxpayers, and no one cares. It's like everyone
yes.
complains I have to pay so much in
You talk,
taxes.
yeah, you say this. You say this. You are outside. But what we will say, we are inside and carrying every day. There is many suffering from all aspects of life. Firstly, no electricity, we say, okay. No clean water, okay. And even the food, the people dying from hunger. When and why?
You
Why?
know, when's enough?
And
When is enough?
happen. Yes,
And
enough.
I, I feel like enough for the occupation is going to be the complete obliteration of your people, which is why, like, I'm not even like, I don't even want to say I'm speaking up anymore. I'm literally yelling. Like I'm like, as you can see with some of the walks I've done, like I have people that tell me to get out of the street, and I tell them to fuck off, because what's more inconvenient is their complicity with what's going on with the occupation. Is I'm sorry, like me being in the street is the most minor inconvenience than to allowing a whole entire community to die just for being Palestinian.
Yeah.
Um, Sorry, I got a little passionate there. So I apologize for the foul language for anyone who expected me to keep it PG, which I usually do. But yeah, like especially with the escalation of everything, it's just like I'm very upset. And um,
I understand and see this in your eyes and your feelings a lot. Thank you.
and then Jader Mellon, I'm seeing you comment in here. Protests are not working anymore. I mean, maybe like I wish I could say they're not working, but I feel like me even doing the flag protest, Jader Mellon, I started out doing that alone originally, and now I have people like coming and walking with me. I had the last two times I walked, this girl Srour walked with me. My cousin will be with me on Monday, and hopefully them as well. But like the more consistent we are, like it can catch fire. But of course, I agree with you, Jader Mellon. Like I understand that the sentiment of feeling like protests aren't work, but we have to come together in order to defeat Zionism. That's the only way we're
And
going to do
all
it.
can do this. All the governments can do this. Can do the
Yes.
action. Say
Hmm.
the truth. But there is nothing. Nothing. Just watch. And even the watching is not always.
Well, I'm done watching. I'm out in the streets taking action at this moment, and yeah, we're gonna we just gonna continue to chug along. Sorry, I'm gonna stay on track with the interview. Let me check.
Yeah.
Is is I know survival obviously is your number one priority, but for the remainder of 2025, what are your plans?
Sorry, can you ask
Oh,
again?
yeah, no problem. I was wondering, as probably didn't have to say. I know survival obviously is a top priority for you, but what are your plans for the remainder of 2025?
Yeah, despite everything, I still have goals. I want to return to teaching, even if it's just a group of 5 children under a tree. I'm okay with this. I want to find support, space, and tools to continue giving displaced children and education they deserve. I also hope to continue my own education. I miss being a student also. If I can access online learning or any academic opportunity, I will take it in both hands. Knowledge keeps me grounded. I love to be a student and learn a lot.
Yeah.
Uh, Lastly, also, I want to document my experience and share it, whether through writing or speaking. I want the world to hear our story, not just the pain. Yeah, enough the pain. There's something good inside us, and the strength inside us, the humanity, and the refusal to give up. If I can help even one child or inspire one person, I will have done something meaningful with what remains of this year.
I'll say I'm very confident that you've inspired many lives. I mean, shoot, I've known you barely a week, and you're inspiring me right now to do more for my community too. But granted, like I understand that we in the United States we have it here really well, but my priority for until you're free is your community, and my page now officially belongs to the people of Palestine until you're free from the river to the sea. But you know, yeah, so just to give you words of affirmation, you have inspired many, and know that. Like the fact that you have taken the time to foster a community around you that is going to distract these children from the BS they have to deal with racism and all this causing the chaos around them. Like you're showing them that even through the nonsense that there's still hope, and you are the hope. You and a lot of young folks in Gaza are the future there, and we will never ever, at least I will, and I'm confident that a lot of people who I'm around are going to continue fighting for you. But it's just all about now getting more people to join, and we will. You were saying the other day in a message, you're like, yeah, I hope so. It's like I understand you hope. I'm confident this is going to happen. We are on the right side of history, and we are going to make this happen because we as the youth, we're tired of the nonsense all these older folks started before us. When I mean when this all began, didn't even exist. Like in 1948, like it all trickled down to what it is now. This is 78 years now of Nakba that have happened, and it's just because the older generations decided to ignore, and we're done
Yeah,
ignoring. I'm tired. Again, like I said, I'm tired of making excuses for the occupation, and as should everybody here, because as United States taxpayers, again, we're funding their weapons there, and at the same time, as taxpayers, we're also funding a lot of their illegal settlements too, their health care and all that other nonsense. Like we don't even have free health care here in the United States, yet the occupation does because they're doing it on our dime. And a lot of people in the United States here don't know that. And if you don't know
yeah,
that, like, yeah, you're fucking ignorant.
yeah. They making excuses.
And apologies for the language again, getting a little too inappropriate there. Um,
Yeah.
Now, to continue with the interview, follow-up question to your plans for this year is, where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
10 years from now, I want to be standing in a classroom in a rebuilt Palestine, teaching children in peace. I want to hold a degree in education or language and to use that knowledge to support the next generation. I also hope to be part of wider efforts to support children in conflict zones, working with organizations, building educational programs, and creating spaces of healing. I want to be a voice for those who were silent and a mentor for those who are still growing. And above all, I want to be home in Gaza, surrounded by life, not trouble, enough trouble. I
Hmm.
want to see gardens where there are graves me, and schools where there are tents. Everything here is destroyed, completely destroyed. So I want to see Gaza and Palestine is free, as I always wanted this.
Yeah, and we will see that. I'm confident that 10 years from now, Farah, I've at least visited Palestine more than once, and hopefully in the process of hopefully 10 years from now, the construction project in Gaza will be almost complete because the rebuilding of Gaza is gonna be the greatest construction project humanity has ever known. And I'm very confident that us as the youth will make that happen, and it'll be a land of peace yet again. With the destruction of the occupation too, which will be great. And I'm confident we will see that in our lifetime as soon as people realize Zionism is racism. We a, there's a group out here called Jewish Voice for Peace, and they're one of the biggest anti-Zionist groups here in the United States, and I believe in the world too. But I really hope that more anti-Zionist Jews and also anti-Zionist Israelis start speaking up here soon. Um, Next week, I'm actually going to be having an interview with an anti-Zionist Israeli, and her sentiment about what the future is for Palestine is amazing because they don't believe in a two-state system. They don't want the occupation anymore, and it brought me so much relief to hear that from someone within the inside. And I really look forward to speaking with them, but I'm still glad that I got the opportunity to continue to speak with you today. And for my last question for the interview, and then I'll just let you have the floor if you want more to share, because this is your show, this isn't mine. I want you to explain, like, for the future, when the occupation is finally dismantled and your life is back in order. You plan on staying in Han Yunis, or are you going to go to a different part of Gaza or Palestine? What's your plan with that?
Yeah, Khan Yunis will always be my home. Gaza in general always will be my home. No matter what happens, no matter how far I'm forced to go, my heart belongs to Gaza. If the occupation ends and Palestine is free, I will be in Gaza without hesitation. to rebuild, to teach, to live. But I also dream of visiting others parts of my homeland that I have never seen, like Jerusalem, Haifa, Nablus, Java. I want to work freely across my land without a checkpoint, without fear. Still, my soul is rooted in Gaza. That's where I will settle. That's where I will give back everything I can.
And you're gonna give everything. I could tell just by you speaking about your home and your passion for education, you're gonna continue being that light that's gonna light the way, the future of the youth there. And they need more people like you who are willing and have the passion to do that. Because even teachers out here, like it's a passion. It's not a job to them. Like this is what they're made for, and you're made for this. I mean, again, the fact that you were able to cultivate this community and build this program just by yourself, just by sheer passion, is amazing. And you really need to give yourself more props for that, Farah, because you're young. You're 21 years old. You right now you should be like still doing your studies and everything, but here you are leading education for an entire community. So give yourself some props for that.
I hope this.
Hmm. Yeah. Is there anything that you would like to share with the audience that we didn't cover today? Ooh, we might have lost you for a moment. And this has been. Um, I apologize to the viewers for me going off topic a few times and being very passionate about my dislike and for the occupation. And yeah, I'm sorry. It's not. Again, it wasn't meant to go off topic, but it just kind of happened. And hopefully, we'll get Fada to be able to hop back on here. It was so wonderful speaking with her. And then whoever said thanks for this, yeah, it's an honor. I'm happy to provide this space for all Palestinians. Hey, you got your connection back. Yay. I was
Yeah, so
saying, no, you're okay. You're okay. Never apologize to me. We need to apologize to you. But what I was wondering is if there's anything in the interview that we might have not covered that you would like to share with the audience.
I want to share my message for the world. Yeah, that please do not turn away. We are not just numbers or headlines. We are teachers who still teach, facing many challenges. Students who still learn without classrooms. We are mothers, fathers, and the children who want to live with dignity. If you want to help, speak up, demand an end to this war. Share our stories, donate to the trusted aid organizations, support programs that help us rebuild education, and most of all, remember us. Your voice, your solidarity, your awareness can be a lifeline for us and for the all of Gazans. I hope this message reach more than one person and reach for all the organizations and governments and speak up for us.
Yes, and I will never stop speaking up for you, Fada. I'm going to continue doing what I do every single day, like I said, until you're free from the river to the sea. Because what you're going through, no one, no human should be going through anything that your community is going through, especially being live streamed for the world to see, and people are just going back and turning off their phones and just doing their daily routine. Like, me, I don't sleep well at night knowing what's happening in your community. Hence why I message people at like 1 in the morning my time, which is, that's like 11 a.m. your time. Uh,
Yeah.
it's just, I I have to. I always want to make sure I check in on everybody. I'm at the point where I just check on people to make sure they're alive, because you never know what can happen. And we will continue putting pressure on the international leaders, including mine here in the United States, that we're going to figure it out. Ultimately, I am going to be coming out to Palestine. I'm hoping to be coming out there at some point this year. The plan is for end of October to be visiting the West Bank, and hopefully at that time, like maybe we'll be able to visit Gaza, but I don't know. But I
Allah,
will,
you
if
can
yeah,
in the
if
future.
and Yeah, if I get the opportunity to go to Han Yunis, I will make sure to let you know. It'd be an honor to meet you and
Yeah.
just to see you do your thing, educate. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, ultimately, I thank you again so much for coming on here and having a moment of vulnerability and just sharing your perspective about what you're dealing with. And then also just what you do for your community is nothing again short of amazing. But the fact that you're taking the time out of your day to keep these kids focused and to keep them in line. And like I props to you for wanting to continue your studies. And but folks, if you want to help out Farah, I'm going to have her link in my link in bio, so that way you're able to donate to her. It's also available on her page. This episode will have be on my page all the time. It'll also be listed on I Have Friends Everywhere. So please do what you can to share. I mean, folks, it's not difficult even to even share a donation link. Like I understand, like if you don't have money to donate, that's fine. But to just advocate for these people is what we need to be doing because
Yeah.
without our support, they're doomed.
Yes, thank you a lot, dear. And I'm lucky to know you and be in interview with you. It's really my honor to be with you now and talking and let me the chance and give me the chance to speak up and share my story to the others. Uh, that's so grateful. I'm so grateful for you and thankful.
Yeah, I'm grateful to know you, and that and I have to give a shout out to Nelly Rubio for getting us connected, because she you had messaged her online, and then she was like, "You have to talk to this girl. She's amazing," and she was right. You're nothing short of amazing. You're an incredible person, and the honor is mine to know you. You're an incredible human being. The fact again you're doing this even in your darkest moment. So props to you. And we'll keep in touch. And hopefully, if there's ever a chance, we could circle back and check in with you and see how everything's going. I hope we soon hear that the classroom's rebuilt so you're able to continue educating the youth in mass because education is going to be what saves your community because everyone's gone through so much trauma. Like, it's going to be challenging to get through these next few years. But with great people like you leading the way, I know that community will heal.
I hope this, and I appreciate everything you said to me. And really, I'm thankful and grateful again for knowing you and letting me the chance to speak up and show my story to others. Thank you.
Yeah, it's an honor, Farah. And we'll keep in touch. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Be safe. And thank you, everyone, for joining again. This is Direct from Palestine. I'm Marcus. This is Farah Srour. And till next time, free Palestine, everybody.
Okay.
Take,
Thank you.
take care, Farah.
Thank you.